Nothing better than getting out there into the real world, getting offline, clearing your head, blowing the cobwebs away, getting some fresh air, seeing the blue sky, listening to the birds sing. And what better way to do it than to go for a walk in a beautiful Irish park? Maybe you live in Dublin, maybe you live in Cork, maybe you live in Belfast. You've got a beautiful park next to you, but maybe that beautiful park isn't just the way it used to be, because there are certain inhabitants of certain parks these days that, let's just say, make any visits to said areas a little bit more, how would we say, dangerous. So we're going to look at a video right now, and I posted a clip earlier this week or last week of a man that was out filming tents, camps springing up with foreign men sleeping in tents, using them as drinking dens beside children's play areas. We're going to see another clip today of another guy who's doing a walk around in Santry Park in Dublin, and literally he's just going on a walkabout, and we're going to see what he finds as soon as he goes through the gates of this park and what is in the undergrowth. So take note, anyone, when you're going into public parks these days, just keep your wits about you. So let's see what he finds on his travels.
Dublin Lion, where I've just seen a video floating around TikTok where a man said that his private parts were grabbed by another man, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen the video. I'm just going to walk into Santry Park and see exactly what's going on.
This, by the way, this warning or this call for vigilance, it doesn't just apply to women and children, it applies to men as well. As you heard there was a man out for a walk in a public park and somebody grabbed his private parts. Not saying that that stuff doesn't happen, but it doesn't matter who you are these days, you've got to stay on point.
And to no surprise, what do we see? Carrying out my own investigations. What are you doing here? Sorry? Living in where? In where? In the hostel?
Yeah.
With who?
This,
And what are you doing standing here around the park here?
I stay 15 minutes stay.
Sorry?
I shop.
You shop and what are you in?
What's he shopping for? He says he's staying in a hostel. He's got himself a nice smartphone. He's got a box of what looks like tech there, squatting down in the bushes as soon as you go into that public park. Now, if you're a woman or a child walking there, I'm not saying that he's going to do anything wrong. I don't know that. But then again, I'm not sure that he won't either. But it's an unusual sight to see that if you're coming into that park in the first instance, to see a man squatting down there on his phone with his hood up. Could be anybody, could be going to do anything.
The park if you shop, why don't you not come into the hostel?
Smoking cigarette.
You're smoking cigarette. Can you let there's no smoking area outside there you can smoke. This is a park. There's no lights running around the park. This is park for kids and exercise and women. Go jogging here. Why are you standing here?
In my neighborhood only style.
Your neighbourhood. We'll go back over to where you're staying. You're not allowed to hang around here loitering. Do you understand? Off you go. That's just the start to come into this park investigating after what I was saying with this man's video up a few minutes ago. And this is exactly what you're dealing with. God knows who he's waiting on. We're just waiting on a young kid, waiting on a girl to come in. God only knows. And this is what's happening. And I actually believe that man from what I've just seen coming into the park now. And I'm just looking around this park now to see if I can see any tents or any sort to see exactly what's going on. I'm just shocked by that first fella just sitting there said he's staying in the hostel. I don't even think he's staying in that hostel. Just sitting there probably waiting around on someone. There you go. Another Ashley Murphy just going out for a run. You have the likes of these scumbags hanging around parks. That's unbelievable. I'm just going to take a look around the park and see what else I can come up with.
You know, it makes a very, very good point. You know, Aisling Murphy was brutally murdered when she was going for a run. Scum. Joseph Puska. His family are in court aiding and abetting him, clearing up or covering up the murder, vicious murder of Aisling Murphy. She was just an Irish girl going for a run, had her whole future ahead of her, and just encountered, or she didn't encounter, a predator sought her out and brutally ended her life. It's the way it happens. Opportunism. Who knows? You gotta stay sharp. This guy claimed that he was staying in a hostel that was across the street and he was smoking. with a smartphone. Where do they get the money for this from? Are you a smoker? Are you an Irish smoker? How much does it cost you to smoke 20 a day or 10 a day? I don't even know. I don't smoke. But the price of cigarettes is going up. I know that. Smoking, hostel, smartphone.
And 4.5 down the park. Look what we have come across. So no surprise. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like a camp. 2 tents. Hello? Hello? Sure, that first guy that I came across. Hello? He's been living in here. Hello?
It's worth noting here as well, just making an observation, these tents are placed right beside the main green area, right? They're not deep in the park, or they're not deep in the forest. They're literally within a stone's throw of a main green area. And there's a bridge here. One of these tents is placed at each end of this bridge, and it's just filth and squalor in between, which effectively means that that can't be used as a walkway, or anybody with any sense in their head would not be veering past those 2 tents with all the paraphernalia that's sitting in and around them, not knowing whether or not there's people in it, who's in it, and what could happen. Just on a public or a personal safety element, you would be unwise to detour past those tents, especially if you're a woman or you've got children.
They've been living here alright. Look at all the stuff around. Come back down with a knife later on, chop these tents up. That's what needs to happen. You see down here, this looks like another big tent here. Hello? Maybe they're off somewhere. Maybe this is where that first guy was coming down to. Down here. Look. Jesus Christ. Kids, bikes, fishing rod. We're just going to get down here now further. And have a look. Like that, this one could have been abandoned. We'll come back down and chop these 2 tents up after.
Look at the filth. Look at the filth. So even if these tents are abandoned, even if there's no one living in them anymore, surely the council know about this. Do they not have people that patrol the parks? Do they not have maintenance people patrolling the parks, paid for by taxes? Surely they would have seen something like this, and if they did, surely a team would be dispatched to get rid of this filth and dirt, health hazard, as well as an obstruction to a public walkway. Never mind the safety element to it. What about the health and safety element to it? The fact that it's a bloody eyesore.
Cut them up. There's no doubt these men will be back into this one, I'd say, anyway. I'm just going to have a look at this one now and look inside it, see if there's anyone in here. Nobody in here at all. Said one unvetted male, 2 tents so far. And now I definitely believe that man's story. Maybe the 2 of them are staying in these 2 tents. I'm just going to continue on down the park, see what else I can find. It's a big park, but I'll give it a good.
So there you have it. That's just a guy taking a walk in a public park in Dublin, and that's what he found after, 3 or 4 minutes. And there's other videos of these camps surfacing more and more frequently, populated by who knows who. There's a big hotel beside this one as well, apparently an iPass centre for asylum seekers or people seeking international protection. The guy at the start of the video claimed that he was staying in that hostel, he was staying in that place, but he just happened to be squatting in the bushes in that public park having a smoke. Even though he wasn't smoking, he was on his phone. So I'm just saying this. You got to be wary when you're out there. I'm not saying be terrified, be afraid, but use your senses and realize that it can be a dangerous thing going through a public park. And especially in your area, make sure you're aware of your own surroundings and don't take any chances. So feel free to share this content, make people aware of what's happening, make people aware of what's out there, squatting in the bushes or behind the bushes. And stay safe out there. Stay safe out there. This is Rick Munn, No Risk, No Reward Media, over and out.